Hi, I'm Sarah from Knitting-and.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make Suffolk puffs, also known as fabric yo-yos. You'll need something to trace around. I'm using a CD, some fabric, a pen or pencil, a needle and thread, and a pair of fabric scissors. Firstly, you'll need to put whatever you're tracing around onto the wrong side of your fabric and trace around it. I've already done this one. There you can see the circle on the fabric. Cut that out. I'm going to show you how to do the stitching on this piece of blue flannelette because it's easier to see on the camera. Turn your fabric over so that you've got the wrong side facing you. Fold over the edge about 1/8 of an inch. You can do 1/4 of an inch if you want to, it's totally up to you. And secure your thread by making 3 tiny stitches on top of each other. I'm using red thread so that you can see it, but you'll want to use something that matches your fabric so that it blends in. You can tie a knot if you want to, instead of doing 3 stitches over the top of each other, but I don't like to risk it coming undone. Now all you do is a running stitch around the edge, and you want each stitch to be about 1/4 of an inch or 12 millimeters. So do that all the way around. Make sure to keep your stitches as even as you can. That gives a nicer finished result. So I'm just going to do this all the way around, and then I'll show you the next step. I've stitched all the way around. I'll just show you this up close. And now I'm going to take another stitch underneath the first one. This makes it just a bit tidier when you gather it up. You can see I've stitched quite close to the edge as well. This will help make the Suffolk puff lie flatter when it's finished. So all you do is pull the thread to gather it up. And when you've pulled it up as tight as you can, make a couple of stitches on top of each other to fasten off the thread. If you're using a thread that matches your fabric, this won't show. And cut the thread. Pull the shape out a little. And there you have a Suffolk puff. I've used these to make quite a few things. I put a border around the bottom of a skirt that I made for my daughter. I made 1,600 of them and sewed them together into a bed cover for a wedding present for my brother and his wife, of course. I've used them to make flowers. In upcoming videos I'll show you a few different things that you can do with them as well. But circles are not the only shape Suffolk puff you can do. I'm going to show you how to make a square Suffolk puff. It's done in exactly the same way as the circle. The only difference is when you get to a corner, fold over one side and overlap it with the other. I'm going to stitch around this exactly the same way as I did for the circle, and then I'll show you how it looks when you gather it up. I'm at a corner here. I've sewn along this edge. Before I go across the other edge, I'm just going to fold over the corner like so, and then I'll keep going. Now I've stitched all the way around, just like I did with the circle. I'm going to gather it up. Make sure to tuck your corners out on this one as you gather it. And there you have a square Suffolk puff. They take a little bit of fiddling to get the shape right once you've gathered them, but when you sew them all together they look really good. They're worth the extra trouble.